MBA Ikere-Ekiti branch was officially inaugurated as the 97th branch of the Nigerian Bar Association by the then President J.B. Daudu SAN on the Friday 22nd June 2012. The Nigerian Bar Association is the umbrella body to which all lawyers in Nigeria belong. In Nigeria today, the Nigerian Bar Association has 127 branches. Out of these existing 127 branches, nationwide, 3 branches are domiciled in Ekiti State, namely Ado-Ekiti branch, Ikere-Ekiti branch, and Ikere-Ekiti branch. All lawyers, irrespective of their orientation, place of work, or pedigree, belong primarily to one of these existing MBA branches. And this includes judges, magistrates, customary court presidents, lawyers in the employment of the state judiciary, Ministry of Justice, and the House of Assembly. Also, lawyers in the universities and other public and private institutions, as well as those in private practice, are members of the Nigerian Bar Association. MBA is therefore interested in all lawyers, wherever they may be placed, prioritize their welfare, and protect their interests wherever they may be. The aims and objectives of the Nigerian Bar Association as contained in the NBA 2015 Constitution as amended in 2019 include the following. A. Maintenance and defense of the integrity and independence of the bar and the judiciary in Nigeria. B. Promotion and advancement of legal education, continuing legal education, advocacy, and jurisprudence. C. Improvement of the system of administration of justice, its procedure, and the arrangement of court business and regular law reporting. D. Establishment, maintenance, and operation of a system of a prompt and efficient legal aid and assistance for those in need, but who are unable to pay for sale. E. Promotion and support of law reform. F. Maintenance of the highest standard of professional conduct, etiquette, and discipline. G. Promotion of good relation among the members of the association and lawyers of other countries. H. Promotion of cooperation between the association and other national or international organizations and such other bodies as may be approved by the National Executive Committee. I. Encouragement and protection of the right of access to courts at reasonable, affordable fees and of representation by counsel before courts and tribunals. J. Encouragement of the establishment of a national law library. K. Promotion and protection of the principle of the rule of law and respect for enforcement of fundamental rights, human rights, and people's rights. L. Creation of schemes for the encouragement of newly qualified members and assistance to aged or incapacitated members of the association. M. Establishment of schemes for the promotion of the welfare, security, and economic advancement of members of the legal profession. And last but not the least, N. Creation and maintenance of an endowment fund for the proper observance and discharge of any of these aims and objectives. It is notable that in pursuing the above-mentioned objectives, the Nigerian Bar Association, especially the Ikere-Ekiti branch, has always supported and engaged individuals, groups, and the government at all levels where and when necessary to improve the living condition of members as well as the general public and to enhance or sustain ideal governance. It is without doubt that the Nigerian Bar Association has always been at the forefront of championing good governance by engaging all stakeholders in Nigeria over the years. Then I come to the MBA Ikere Branch Law Week 2023. In line with the above roles of the Nigerian Bar Association and to achieve our objectives as outlined above, branches and particularly the Ikere-Ekiti branch of the MBA is created with the core purpose and mandate to serve as the primary platform from which bar activities are carried out. I must therefore appreciate our past chairmen, elders, leaders, and executives who have over the years worked vigorously to achieve this mandate. Annual law weeks are organized, just like the one we are having now, are organized by the MBA branches to serve as an interaction or meeting point between lawyers and members of the public, with specific emphasis on impacting on governance, specific challenges in the public space, and preferring solutions to social ills. Law Week generally affords us the opportunity to give back to the society. MBA Ikere-Ekiti branch commenced Law Week activities in 2019 under the leadership of Oludayo Olorunfemi as the branch chair. Law Week has since then been held annually at the Ikere-Ekiti branch, except in 2020. This is therefore the 4th Law Week being held in this branch of the MBA. The leadership of the branch, in conjunction with the 2023 Law Week Planning Committee, arrived at the central theme for this Law Week: security and people's welfare in Nigeria democratic experience, leveraging the legal practice as a catalyst, having considered the main challenges of Nigerians, lawyers inclusive, and then reflected on how we as lawyers can, through the instrumentalities of our calling or profession, resolve these challenges. There is no doubt that security and welfare of the people are the major duties of government at all levels. It is equally obvious the government is overwhelmed in meeting these core mandates as specified and stipulated in Chapter 2 of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended. I have always mentioned this at every opportunity I have, that the non-justiciable or non-justiciability of the Chapter 2 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is a disservice and an injustice to this federation. India has almost the same system with us. They also operate a federal system of government, and they also have similar constitution. We both belong to the Commonwealth. We were both colonized by the Britain. But over there, you will see that the Chapter 2, or the equivalent of what we have in the Chapter 2 of our Constitution, is justiciable there. And if you look at this Chapter 2 of the Constitution, you will see that it is the essence of governance. My point has always been that even if you become the governor or a president in Nigeria today, and you have no idea, let's say, just by way of a fairy tale, you slept, and then you woke up, you found yourself on the seat of the governor or of the president. There are stipulated and well laid down proceeding for you to run this country without even having an idea of your own. All you need to do is comply with that Chapter 2 of the Constitution, because when you look at these objectives, you will see that it covers virtually everything that we need to do in this country. Social objectives, economic objectives, environmental objectives, foreign policy, educational objectives. It provides that every Nigerian shall be entitled to education up to the university level free of charge. That's what Chapter 2 of the Constitution provides. But what do we have? We have a country where all these things have been pushed to the background, are not elated, are not joyful. The way everybody is commenting about this student loan scheme and whatever, it works elsewhere, but I hope it works in Nigeria. Because if, for example, you are in the university, you borrowed to sponsor yourself through the university, and there is no hope of a job, and you have a mortgage on your education, on your neck. So how do you pay? For example, you are given 2 years under the extant, the newly signed law or whatever, and then you have 2 years to pay, and you have guarantors. It provides that the guarantor must be a lawyer of 10 years post-call experience or a director. So how many of we lawyers of 10 years post-call experience are ready to stand surety for somebody who's going to go to school for 5 years, probably spent millions of naira, and then you have to pay when you don't even have the hope of job that is waiting for such students. So these are exactly what we want to look at throughout this particular week. We want to look at governance, especially when it touches the welfare and security of the people. What has the government done so far? What can they do better? How can we as lawyers come in to bridge the gap? There is no doubt that the security and welfare of the people are the major duties of government at all levels. It is equally obvious the government is overwhelmed in meeting these core mandates as specified and stipulated in Chapter 2 of the Constitution. Lawyers therefore owe it a duty to constantly remind the government of these core duties, and also seek ways to complement government's effort by unleashing our skills and potentials in resolving these issues. This is what we intend to achieve in this year's Law Week, which is commencing today, Monday, 19th June 2023, and to be concluded on Sunday, 25th June 2023. We have lined up activities for the Law Week, and we are starting that right today, Monday, 19th June 2023. The first event is this press conference, which is already ongoing. The second one, which is going to start, supposed to start by 10 a.m., and which we are going to start shortly, is the opening ceremony, and then the fourth Chief Oleola Nipekun a CFRSN public lecture. Immediately after the opening, we are going to have the fourth public lecture of our grand patron and benefactor, Chief Oluwole Oladapo Olanipekun, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, and then the commander of the Order of the Federal Republic. And that is going to be immediately after the opening. And then the third event in the evening is going to be by 5 p.m. prompt right here in front of our auditorium here. And that event is opening cocktail. And it is being sponsored by Mr. Dayo Akinlaja, Senior Advocate of Nigeria. On Tuesday, tomorrow, 20th, we intend to have, and I believe this will be of particular interest to our people in Ikere-Ekiti here, especially the populace out there. We are going to have free legal and health clinic, and we are going to have this particular event at the open space beside the post office, right close to the roundabout there, the tar open space there. We are going to have, our canopy and the settings there tomorrow. Our target is to at least attend to a minimum of 100, members of the public. In terms of their health, we are going to bring some health experts there. It is our way of giving back, to our immediate society here. And secondly, we are also going to have legal clinic. What legal clinic simply means is that there will be lawyers there. And so if we have people who have cases, but they don't have money to prosecute it, you can come there. Lawyers will handle it for you free of charge tomorrow. Matters that are taken up at that venue is going to be done for you free of charge. So we want people to help us broadcast this as much as possible, so that those who are indigent, who cannot pay, for example, you have tenant who has been giving you a headache, and then to eject him, the lawyer is asking you to bring money that you can't afford. Come there tomorrow, we'll take it up for you. You have fundamental rights issues that have been lying, that you don't know what to do about it, or you need an advice. Come there. Every lawyer you see there will be ready or willing to offer you free advice and then legal services at that venue tomorrow. Once again, the venue is going to be the open space beside post office, Ikere-Ekiti. And the program is being sponsored, that particular one is being sponsored by Oluwole Oladapo and Ikere-Ekiti Olugbe.
My name is Wale Obelewaji. Keep on watching Ekiti Info Online TV.
Info TV. Information at your tips.